EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the San Francisco 49ers and the Carolina Panthers. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A nice gain of 21 yards. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field, and it took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Newton on 3rd down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Justin Jefferson from 3 yards out. And the Panthers have struck first in this NFC title game. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. first and 10 for Montana and company. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Dante Jackson picks it. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
But certainly not how they envisioned the start to this one. You give up the touchdown, and they take a shot on the first play from scrimmage offensively, Charles, but it gets intercepted.
Yeah, instead of just trying to nibble and, work your way downfield, they tried to take a nice little chunk there. It didn't pay off for them. Now the defense runs on the field, having already given up a touchdown the first drive, hoping to get their legs under them and slow them down.
And all those mistakes, they just seem magnified here in the playoffs.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sends his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Here's Newton. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
Play action. It's Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack.
And the Niners force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
And partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 2nd and 11 now. Newton.
He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
I have to tell you, Brandon, I feel like a coach right now, because I'm wondering why the angle route continues to be so effective when, as an inside linebacker, you're always taught, don't let someone cross your face. If they want to go outside, it's okay. But they make that outside fake, cut back inside, often to great success.
Over the middle, it's complete.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Here's Newton. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker Miles Jack. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the 49ers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. They fake the give. Newton rolling to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
3rd and goal here. A big play brewing in this NFC title game. Here's Newton. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, Charles, I think you'd have to call that a win for the defense after the turnover already in field goal range, and they had to settle for 3.
Yeah, Bean, the beautiful part is you start so close to the end zone that your thought process on offense has to loosen up a little bit because you're thinking to yourself, you're almost guaranteed 3. Let's take some good shots at the end zone and try and turn it into 6.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. And he's got some space here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Here's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry.
And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there. Now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They will look to throw. Montana got his man complete over the middle. It's Craig. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, 49ers.
Well, and this is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than they should, because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage.
Yeah, and this just looked like a simple, ordinary play to start, but boy, did things change. Once he got free, it was off to the races, and once he hit high gear, there's absolutely no one who was going to stop him.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Throwing is Newton. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
It's another 1st down as this time they get an even 20.
Now it's Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
And that's all about recognition right there, because he's got to go from pass rush mode to pursuit mode, what defensive line coaches like to call retracing. And he's able to retreat and make the tackle for just a short gain.
Newton, meanwhile, here connecting with McCaffrey. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 18. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a 1st down here.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide, because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. 20. Newton. This is going to be intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Niners are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. He finds his man complete. That's Owens. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. This time they'll just keep this on the ground. And some room to maneuver. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there as the first half is winding down. And the 49ers have taken the lead here in this NFC Championship game. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is now 14-10.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Charvarius Ward.
And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football.
Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee and go into the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press it and try and get some points? While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
And he'll get this one up to about his 14. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. but there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8.
Out of the gun, Newton. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Niners are going to have it here at their own 15. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Montana to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Owens. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. On 1st down, it's Craig. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 12, Montana. And now here's another interception. And some space here. Touchdown, Carolina! Gonzalez to add the PAT. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
And the slot man goes in motion left. On 2nd and 7, Montana escaping the pressure right. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they have done themselves absolutely no favors to earn a win today in this one, Charles. The turnover woes continue. On that last drive, they had that fumble that led to a touchdown.
And Brandon, I would say they have a mission on this drive, and the bottom line is protect the football. Just put together something that they can let the last drive go. Yeah, it was a bad play. They gave up points, but that doesn't mean it has to go that way the rest of this ball game. Do what you do best on offense and try and put the ball in the end zone yourself.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap him quickly to their receiver.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Operating out of the gun, here's Montana. He's going to let this one go deep. And my goodness, another interception. It's C.J. Henderson picking it up. And the Panthers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Newton to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And the 49ers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times.
106 yards rushing for him now in the ball game as he goes over the century mark with the AFC title on the line.
They find some open field here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff up the middle. Craig. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
McPherson's kick is good.
And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the pressure mounting with every passing minute. It's palpable right now. They're on top in the fourth quarter, clinging to that lead. A potential Super Bowl berth resting on their ability to manage the clock and manage that small lead.
Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And that's caught inside the 35.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. This is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
On first down, this is McCaffrey.
And he's got it down to the 28.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Niners are right back in this football game. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the fourth quarter, this possession, gigantic. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
On second down, it's Craig. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Craig. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
I was used to joke with my teammates who carried the ball a lot. When we got in these situations and they were carrying us home, I used to tell them, boy, you guys just look like Paul Bunyan, just growing stronger, bigger, tougher. And all night long, he's carried this team.
He has indeed. Everything magnified right now. A huge 3rd down conversion. On first down, Montana.
And that's intercepted yet again. And that could be the backbreaker.
And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6. For a Panther touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and a lead now up to 14. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A two-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Up the middle they go. Craig. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of the tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Now Montana. And that's complete to Davis. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. To throw is Montana. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Craig. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Montana. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So with just under 40 seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Here we go.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he's going to be met at about the 43. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. A big one coming now for the kicker, Zane Gonzalez. This to perhaps salt this one away. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will extend their lead even further. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base. They'll try and throw for it. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
And the Panthers are going to recover here, and that should be enough to get them the victory. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
They will take a knee here and cue the celebrations. They are off to the Super Bowl.
Well, the Panthers are NFC champs. As we sign off here, thanks for watching, and good night.